It's going to be a great one.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing and meant more memory.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Chris Weber's joining us at the broadcast table along
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking the court in different ways to help players visualize where they need to be. Take, for example, a four.
How to talk about this, David? Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Harden out there with Steph Curry. And it's Bird. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Nowitzki in at the four-man position. And for the Celtics, Antetokounmpo is out there with Mourning. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Johnson. And it's Bryant in at the small forward position.
And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
There's the three. It's all in by the Bulls. Bird with good, and Curry gets the assist.
He can wow you with his passes. I mean, that's as good of a pass as any three-pointer Curry's going to hit.
And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics' values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes selfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all five positions.
Here's Curry. Buries it down low.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Kobe. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's are over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Here's Lillard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for a half of the year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
Little chip on their shoulder, in other words.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Ryan passes to Mourning. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Harden. Giannis grabs the miss. Celtics have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Lillard scanning the floor. And yes, it's good.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Here's Harden. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting this number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Antetokounmpo against Davis.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Lillard, the pass to Mourning, banked in off the glass. Mourning's got his second bucket of the night.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And here's Harden for three. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Kobe. Offensive rebound. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harden dishes to Davis. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Celtics have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Lillard almost, but it rolls out. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Launches it. Hits it from three-point range. Harden's got a couple of threes now in the first for Chicago.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting strong.
Johnson, the pass to Kobe. Puts it up from 15. Chicago grabs the miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but hasn't been successful.
On the wing, Bryant. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, Jim Boylan, he won the Chicago head coaching job after his interim stint. The fans were unsure of the hire, but the front office believes in him moving forward.
In for the Celtics. Tumbo is checked in for Mourning. Garnett comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Paul Pierce is checked in for Kobe. And Wilkins subbed in for Johnson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Embiid, he's checked in for Davis. LeBron comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Drexler, he's checked in for Larry Bird. And Irving subbed in for Curry. And for Boylan, Chris, he's been a bit demanding on his roster.
Yeah, Kevin, it's going to be tough. He's tasked with molding this young Bulls core. I mean, the front office wanted a hard-nosed coach. They believe they found their guy with Boylan's approach.
And Garnett misses.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And the rejection by Embiid.
Stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Pass to Pierce. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. They get it back.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
And finished off by LeBron.
James is effective at getting near the basket. Always looked at dunking it home.
Outside, Pierce. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lillard attacking. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Bulls leading by 5. And here's Drexler. Here's LeBron. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's just superb concentration despite getting hit. James is just excellent at scoring through contact.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though. This team needs results. Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Drexler, and it's blocked. Outside Pierce. Now Booker. From deep three-point range.
I like how Irving gets after it on defense. Using his speed to stick with his man and make life difficult for him.
James Harden getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Here's LeBron. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Celtics, Devin Booker out there with Wilkins. And it's Garnett, and it's Pierce, and it's Mutombo in at the center position. Harden's shot is off. And so Booker will bring it up for the Celtics. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Now, here's Mutombo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Fires from deep, and there's Booker on the assist by Pierce.
Come on, man. You gotta have somebody keeping track of it.
It's Harden with the drive. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
Mutombo kicks to Wilkins. Some solid defense there from Irving.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Harden, no good. Celtics trail by 7. Booker outside. It doesn't go for him. Good D by James. And a wide open look for Irving. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pierce against Drexler. It's Pierce with the drive. Kicks it out to Garnett. Booker the pass to Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
How fierce is Garnett down low? I mean, when he's close to the basket, he is aiming to make a statement.
Here's Harden. Not going to go that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Booker looking around. Garnett outside. The pass to Booker. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Warnings checked in for Mutombo. Giannis comes in for Kevin Garnett. Kobe's checked in for Pierce. And it's Johnson in for Dominique Wilkins. And the Bulls making a change also. Davis is checked in for James Harden. And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Johnson. Bulls have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Irving for 3. And Boston with the rebound.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be given. Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Here's Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And stolen by James. Jumps up, and LeBron throws it down.
Oh, man, the all-around game of James, capable of dominating you on both ends of the floor, like right there.
And Bryant kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Booker. Shoots from 12. And the jumper is on the mark. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter. Booker against Irving. Pass to Embiid. Rebounded by the Celtics. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Johnson, that's for 2. Again, the Celtics good for 2. Well, the NBA is entertainment. You know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. Don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. Davis with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Celtics trail by 5. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Lillard checked in for Booker. Then for the Bulls. Bird comes in for Joel Embiid, and Curry subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Puts it up off the inbound, and it's Drexler with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
James, and the rejection by Giannis. And the cut by Giannis.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
LeBron passes to Davis. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Johnson can't hit. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined. Put the soft touch to make.
They double team Johnson. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. LeBron outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots.
And throughout the history of our league, few athletes are truly unique enough to change the way the sport is played, and Magic falls into that category.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for the Celtics. The Bulls also changing it up. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for James. And James Harden subbed in for Clyde Drexler.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylan to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Trying to get open is Nowitzki. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, and every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
Throw good. Bird. Boston making a switch here. Bird hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah. No need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brett.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson. The game plan did not work out for Boston in the first quarter. The deficit for them. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And tipping off the second half. Here's Jim Boylan's 5. They've got Nowitzki. Curry is out there with Harden. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Bird in at the 3 spot. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Johnson outside. Nobody near Lillard. That 3 off the mark. Lillard's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Loads it up for Davis.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball movement and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Boston trailing. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. The 3 from Bryant. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
This is not the start they've wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Harden against Johnson. And it's Davis missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Magic Johnson with the slam.
No question. Lillard is a shooting first guard. It's good to see him focus on distribution.
Lets it go from the wing. They get it back. Davis kicks to Harden. Over Johnson. Drilled from 11 feet out. 16 points for James Harden. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A 2-point game. Johnson outside. Back to Bryant. 5 on the clock. Giannis inside. Defended by Nowitzki. Some solid D from Nowitzki.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Lillard against Curry. The feed to Davis. And Mourning sends it down.
And that's his signature. Mourning, a fantastic defender. Phenomenal at using those long arms to reject shots. You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Chicago calls timeout. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one, because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic. How about that guy? I mean, that's just from the excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from. And that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
First free throw is good. Bird hits them both.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Passes to Lillard. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's going to find you.
Boston shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Nowitzki, the pass to Harden. Outside Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 5 points so far. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And the layup falls. Mourning's got it all tied up now for Boston.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Harden, and Mourning sends it down. But they'll get another chance. Harden against Johnson. Harden kicks to Nowitzki. Irving from long range. Rebound Boston.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
You got to play up on Lillard at all times, especially when the pass is coming his way. You got to know he's ready to shoot once he catches it.
Stolen by Pierce. Over Nowitzki. The shot by Pierce will not go. Bulls trail by 3. Bird, the pass to Embiid. Count that one.
Bird focus from the big man. Embiid, I mean, you really have to whack to prevent the bucket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Boston making some changes. Garnett comes in for Bryant. And it's Wilkins in for Johnson. Chicago also making some changes. James checked in for Bird. Clyde Drexler has subbed in for Irving.
It's all about the fun-loving personality of Embiid. It's just awesome. I mean, this guy likes to have fun on and off the court.
Harden against Lillard. From down in the low post, it goes. Lillard Lillard's got 11 points.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Chicago calls timeout. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And when either of those guys are on the floor, that low post defense is immediately something their teammates don't have to worry about. That's a very comforting feeling.
Harden, the jumper from the free throw line is good. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
There's the dilemma. We want to stop Harden from getting all the way to the rim, but he can also just rise and fire, or pull up and fire, or step back and fire, and there's not much you can do.
And that one's good. Wilkins.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
James outside. Now the pass to Drexler. Now here's Embiid. Here's James. The rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Wilkins. He kicks it to Mourning. Lillard against Nowitzki. And Embiid with the block. No one near James as he lets it go. And the wing jumper offline. Garnett with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's Wilkins, and that's collected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Harden finds James, and finished off by LeBron.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
Pass to Pierce. Launches a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Pierce has got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Wilkins against Drexler. To the right side. Tries it from 19, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harden right side. Latrey. He can't get that one. Now Boston takes it the other way.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
He dishes it to Embiid. James outside. On deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Yeah, how about the intensity, though, from Pierce? Not giving his man an inch on the defensive end.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about that? Selfishness. Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Antetokounmpo. Mutombo is out there with Garnett. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Wilkins in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. LeBron passes to Curry. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stop.
He's a top-tier scorer in this game. I mean, Harden only needs a few shots to fall, and then it's like watching a volcano erupt.
Outside, out of the Kumbo. Back to Lillard. To the inside, and it's Dikembe with the jam.
Ooh. Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. James looking it over. Feeds to Embiid. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot block.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Antetokounmpo. They grab their own miss, and that one's good by Garnett.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
James finds Harden. Back to James. Here's Harden on the wing. By Lillard. Up again. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Boston leading by 9. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Kobe's checked in for Boston. Johnson comes in for Dominique Wilkins. Bird, he's checked in for the Bulls. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thanks, David. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Celtics. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
The first one falls. Second free throw, no good. Bulls trail by 8. Pass to LeBron. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. And 11 points for LeBron.
If you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Here's Johnson. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Oh, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of pulling back into this.
Here's Davis. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard dishes to Kobe. Top of the key. Chicago grabs the miss. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the win.
Here's Bryant.
Whoa! Run that back. I want to see the replay now. And Bryant has always gotten credit for being a fierce defender, clogging and digging, jumping on those steals when they present themselves.
No good from Bird.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And Kobe pulls it down home.
You know, love seeing Bryant just get up and go for it. His leaping ability never ceases to impress.
The three from Harden. Tumbo grabs the board.
As good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide open three like that.
Johnson up top, guarded by Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the first one drops. Fans just, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball to run. Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good.
And what you admire about Curry is how easily the game comes to him. But he's earned that. He works so hard, he can play with such a carefree attitude.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Bryant. Shoots over Bird. Rejected by Nowitzki. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Kobe. Clock at 4. Lillard from outside.
Some scouts look at Curry's size. They thought he might have had a hard time defending at this level. It's safe to say they were wrong.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Davis has got it back down to single digits for Chicago.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backwood.
A floater, and Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Bulls trail by 8. And Curry has it in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, Mr. Get Buckets. It's unbelievable how many of these Curry makes.
Passes it to Mourning. And Lillard gets double teamed. Here's Antetokounmpo. Tries again. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Nothing less than that kind of defense for cutting against him. That's just great work inside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
1:14 left to play in the final quarter. There's Mourning. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Great throw to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to hog in that.
And for another field goal, a sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and
did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that's it.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Here's Curry. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And again, Chicago, no good. The pass to Kobe. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.